Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Another day on the Diaspod.
Yes, people. We welcome you and we welcome ourselves to this wonderful space here where we, as my co host is always saying, where we have open conversations and share our wonderful experiences.
Yes, of course.
Some of them not so wonderful, but they're still experiences. Good afternoon. How are you doing, my co-host? By the way, I should mention names. My name is John Lungu, and my co-host Tenjiwe Kalunga.
Hello. It's always good to be back on the podcast.
How are you doing today? This very, very snowy afternoon.
I'm a little bit snowy myself, a little bit under the weather, but we keep going, we keep pushing.
Exactly.
How are you doing today?
I am good. It feels a little bit overwhelming because we've recorded 2 podcasts in 2 days now.
That's unusual for us, yeah.
Yeah, for those of you that might not know, we had a recording last week, but due to technical difficulties, one way or the other, we could not extract the audio. Or rather, the device that was recording didn't want to release the audio. So
it kidnaps the audio.
It kidnapped the audio. So we ended up having to record this episode once again. But a lot planned. We have a lot to talk about, and
Let's do it.
Yeah. So you might want to introduce our topic, just in a nutshell. What are we talking about today?
We're going to dive into the world of fitness,
Mm-hmm.
what that means, and share our experiences of how we've encountered fitness, if we are fit, and what that translates to. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're talking physical fitness, and the culture behind it. How do certain people wake up at 6 to go to the gym, and how do others just go
I know
like,
somebody who did it once.
And how is it that there are other people who just go like, next week I'm gonna start.
The next week, people.
Or maybe January, since it's December now. So there are people probably going like, yes, when December comes, I am definitely going to start going to the gym. So maybe for a start, what has your experience been like? Because working out, I guess, is also something that's affected by our backgrounds. So how was it for you growing up? Did you grow up in a household where fitness was a thing?
Of course, we went running every day. Why you laughing? You are not there.
That came out different. I mean, it just came out different.
I would say, like, growing up, my experience with like physical fitness might have been more in school than at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in school we had it was a subject. It was an actual subject called physical education. So we had to mandatory participate in that. And I mean, sometimes I think like the physical exercises never used to make sense. I remember seeing a post on Facebook a few 3 days ago where somebody said it was like, what was the use of all the hands up sideways things we used to do in primary school?
Oh yeah, I actually remember that.
You
Oh,
remember,
my.
right? They used to make us do that all the time. So I would say that my physical fitness journey started from there. But then at home, we were always very active people. We did chores, we gardened together every Saturday as a family. So it was like we didn't need to like schedule a run or whatever because you're always on your feet.
Always on your feet.
You're always doing something. Yeah, so I would say that is like my background in like a nutshell of physical fitness. I mean, my dad was a little bit more physical than us, I guess. Masculinity things. He would go for a run here and there,
Yeah.
do some boxing jabs with playing with us, I guess. But like, yeah, that is how I would like describe my kind of like introduction to the physical fitness thing.
Oh, okay.
How about you?
Um, Same, to be honest. It wasn't traditionally. I don't know if I should say traditionally called fitness, but we were working out, indirectly. And it was just keeping active in general with the chores, for instance. I remember for me, I got sent to like the grocery store several times a day.
Yeah,
Yeah, and just that walk for me, it
back
counted
and
as
forth. That's true.
fitness. And it's I guess it's one of those things that explains why in most of our cultures, like where we come from, there never really was the word working out, because it was incorporated. We are an active, like traditionally we've always been like an active
Yeah.
society, and there was maybe no need to work out because we actually in living life we were working out, like we kept an active
We kept an active
lifestyle.
life, yeah.
Yeah, so it's yeah, it has always been yeah, like that. But as I grew older, I remember, because I come from, a family of sisters and women, and I was raised by my mother. So I think one of the first people to like introduce the idea of working out was my sister. After she got a job, and she began to adapt to the Western model of living, not eating like the nshima, like the cooked meals. She
Yeah.
she started going for like the fast foods, and
Oh,
that kind of
yeah.
lifestyle that just leads you into uh, gaining a bit of pounds, because you're consuming more like sugar and salt and that kind of thing. So she's the one that I think at some point she realized that she was gaining a bit of weight, and a bit of weight, and she needed to like start going to the gym and waking up in the morning before work. She was like, I'm gonna start going for a run. And yeah, slowly but surely, she invited me as well. She's like, oh, I don't want to go,
I'm not
running
going
on
by
my own.
myself. Come on, you're coming with me.
I need some kind of motivation. And yeah, I joined in, and my other sister joined as well because of that. And yeah, slowly but surely, I began to see that culture slowly creeping in. It wasn't an everyday thing, but yeah, as far back as I can remember, that's just where it came from for me.
Okay.
Yeah, of course there were stoppages, in between. We would go running for like a month continuously, and then stop, take a break. But yeah, that was the culture actually. Exactly. Um, I think I forgot to mention that on this episode we are going to have a guest.
Woohoo.
So we are just going to take a short break right now, because I think he's ready to join. So we will be back in a moment. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Like I promised, we have our wonderful guest on the line right now. I hope our technology is not going to misbehave this time. Mr. K,
Hey, June.
good afternoon. Good afternoon, my man.
Afternoon. Afternoon. Thank you. How are you?
I am very, very well. We have Tenjiwe in the studio as well.
I'm here too. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm
Good
good.
to
Uh,
hear from you.
First of all, I want to start by apologizing for all the technical difficulties. Yes. What do they? There's a saying in Nyanja. I think it's It goes like vinabwera mochedwa.
It's
Exactly.
not even that. This guy fired the director and decided to get new equipment and thought he could figure it out on his own. So these are consequences.
Okay, Kalima,
He's been for it.
before we get into the gist of our discussion, just from her criticism, if you had the choice to reduce costs and you knew you could do the job better in Cali Fitness, wouldn't you? There's somebody that's working for you, but he's not. He's doing something that you can do better. Would you?
That's me. I'm doing it myself, my guy.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much
Thank,
that you could join us.
thank you.
Wonderful. Now we've been talking, of course, for a couple of minutes now, and it's with regards to fitness, and we thought you could bring in your expertise. So just before we ask you, the first question, can you, just describe yourself a little bit for somebody who doesn't know you out there?
In reference to fitness.
In reference to fitness, of course.
Okay. Basically, my name is Kalima.
Yes.
My fitness name is Kalifit. Of course, there's a Kali from Kalima and Fit from Fitness. I define myself as a fitness guy like that. So initially, I align my fitness to health because on the other side, I'm a health promotions officer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Basically, maybe that. From Zambia, Andola, and running a fitness team and a fitness group like that.
Wonderful. I was just about to ask, because I know we went to college together, and so it was going to be one of my questions. Actually, I was like, did you toss out the environmental health part of you and went like, I'm going for fitness now?
I know that's basic. I've just capitalized on it now to venture into something else.
Wonderful.
So it's foundation that's still there.
That's actually a good thing. Yesterday we were having a discussion with somebody who had studied environmental health as well, but then they are into what's the word, pageantry. She's a model now, and so she's also capitalized on like environmental health and just using it to to grow her passion. So
okay.
that's wonderful.
And it's working.
And it's definitely working. Doing some, just like you, she's doing amazing stuff. Yeah, in the in the modeling world. So it's nice. It's just me who has sort of packed my environmental health skills there. I think they're in the garage now. I need to get them.
You might pack the papers, but trust me, you still have that knowledge that helps you in one way or the other.
True. Wonderful. So back to the discussion. So we spoke a little bit about how background affects the mentality you have towards fitness, and I'm interested to know how you came about to be so interested in the fitness world. Is it, where did it come from? Of course, I follow you on social media and you've posted a couple of things, your dad especially. So maybe you could, share a little bit on that.
So for me, my fitness journey is straightforward. My background has played a major role in my fitness journey and to where I am.
Yeah.
So I grew up in a family that was so much into fitness, and others that survived from the fitness because I grew up in a military home. Both my mom and dad were into military. My dad was a trainer and like that. So physical fitness was so much into him, such that it was extended to us. He equally had siblings that were into fitness, and growing up in a military camp, there are certain sports that everybody gets to participate. It's more like it's a trending sport. So I grew up in doing the sport called judo.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have,
It's
most
a
definitely.
some martial arts sport. So I grew up doing that, and when you're doing that sport, you need to be physically fit. You need some strength in you.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So I personally, I don't even have a point where I can point out to say, okay, I started 5 years ago, I started 10 years ago. I was brought and born in such a lifestyle.
Ah,
So I played a major role, especially my dad, because even up to now, the I still have the weights that my dad used on me. So for the first time, I
for
still
the
kept
first
them.
time. Wow, that's amazing.
Really
Yeah,
sentimental.
so yeah. So it's very sentimental. Yeah, I still keeping it. And I've not given it to anybody. Imagine it's still in my bedroom.
It's still in your bedroom.
Yeah, I keep it like that. It's a
Oh,
souvenir to me. So
and
yeah, I can attest to it. Say a background usually has a major role when it comes to also the fitness
oh, wonder.
and your lifestyle in general.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense. Now I don't know if I should be saying this, but you're a family man right now, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
most definitely. Wonderful. And do you feel like you are channeling the same energy that your parents, gave to you in fitness? Are they also, do you wake them up at 6 in the morning, like, before you get to school,
Run,
10
run.
push-ups?
You know, it's funny.
Uh-huh.
So for a starter, my wife joined me.
Oh,
I work hand in hand with my wife. She's ever by my side.
wonderful. Okay, now I wouldn't miss a workout if, the problem is my
So
partner likes to sleep a lot, so it's
It's
I,
actually the opposite. If you can ask who has
really,
worked out today, it's me.
yeah, it's you. So yeah, my wife actually works out with me. So we have two kids.
mm-hmm.
My first being a girl, she's 9,
Yeah.
and it's as it's that if you check so much on my socials, you see her in most of the posts. You
I
are
think
even
I've
able to
seen
see
her.
post,
Yeah.
yeah, even as back as 4 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and she's 9. This is me telling you to say I started working out with her when she was even 3, 4 years.
Wow.
This time around, like, she's so much into it that she reminds me and wants to participate in every workout. Most of the times when I take her to the crowd, especially when I'm working out with groups, when she's in front, everyone gets amazed, and that's how I motivate people.
Oh,
So
yes.
it's that's one of the ways that I've just used also into my fitness journey, where I even encourage families, because I'm the best example of the family that works out
Exactly.
there.
Exactly. True.
So I can say to say, yeah, I'm channeling it that into my my family as well.
Um,
Although people say, but you have a girl and a girl looks like that. Yes, the girl is going to the company. She's an upcoming trainer and things like that.
that's really good to hear. I'm guessing it's really fun when you guys have barbecues because the competitions should be very, very fun.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And also, I would like to congratulate you on that, by the way. I know how difficult it can be difficult for families to sort of, head in that kind of direction where you're all you have like similar mentality with regards to working out. I'm really happy
Yeah.
that everybody is on board, because yeah, there are people out there who go like, no, I love you but I cannot
Thank you.
so wonderful. Yeah, you congratulations on that. um
Thank you. Thank you.
we we also spoke about fitness. People, the one of the very first things that people think of when they're considering fitness or just getting into some kind of routine is setting goals. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted uh, to find out, how do you deal with this idea of goals when somebody comes up to you and says, "Oh yeah, next year in January I want to start working out," and you know those kinds of
28
things that
days
we
with
say.
us.
Yeah, how do you what kind of
Oh,
advice do you give people?
yeah. Actually, that's very common.
Mm.
And my response right now is according to my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Having worked out with a lot of people for a number of years now,
Yeah.
it's very common that everybody that wants to start working out now would come with a goal, would
Mm.
have a goal. Okay, for example, one would come to say, "No, I want to develop a six pack. No, I want to lose weight. No, I
Yeah.
want to do that."
Yeah.
So I would, of course, I wouldn't shun them to say, okay, this is not what you do. I would allow them to come and fit with their goals. We just begin the fitness journey. But basically, I get to have a one-on-one chat with everyone that comes to work out. Everyone has different goals.
Mm-hmm.
So I give a good reminder and remind people to say, we are in this life that's full of goals.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more like you have a project. Of course, you need to put up such certain goals. When it comes to fitness,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to achieve your goals if at all you adopt it as a lifestyle.
Oh yes.
If you adopt it as a lifestyle, it's going to be easy for you to achieve your goals. So it's a situation where, there are a number of times when you're going to start working out, and probably your goal will be to have a six pack or to lose weight in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very common that you might not even achieve that goal in that month.
Oh
So
yes.
whenever you don't, you get discouraged to say it's not working. You get it?
That is very true. I think that has happened to a lot of people actually.
It's not working, and at the end of the day, you get motivated and you're going to stop. So
Most.
I advise to adopt it as a lifestyle. Enjoy every workout and wake up as much as you can. And once you develop that fitness, you realize to say you now be able to even achieve those goals because you'll be even working out more. You understand?
Oh
So
yes.
it's a situation where you can't do probably 10 push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't do 10 push-ups today,
Yeah.
if you adopt it as a lifestyle and you continue to do it, you're going to do even more, 20 or more push-ups. But once you just stick to say, no, me, just want to work on this one, it's possible for you to lose weight but still not get fit.
Oh yes.
So
True.
one has to adopt it as a lifestyle, then you'll be able to achieve the goals that you want in your fitness journey.
I really like what you've said. Like the statement you made about you can lose weight and still not be fit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it goes, even for people who are looking for a six pack, for instance, I think you can have a six pack here and there and still not be fit because, you're maybe just focusing on something that's wrong. And also, maybe the other way is true as well. I stand to be corrected. Like you can,
Yeah.
even if you don't have a six pack, you can still be fit, right?
Very fit.
So
Very fit.
that's a very important statement right there. And also, I know your focus area is mostly fitness, but how much of a role do you think diet plays in fitness, especially for people who want to get as ripped as you are?
And for people like us who can't stay away from our cravings.
Exactly.
Okay. I've found myself in situations where a person would want to look in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have a shaped up body. They want to rip as I've ripped. They would want to build muscle as I've built.
Yeah.
It's very common, but I come to remind people to say, we have different body types.
Mm.
We have different body type, and with your body type is going to help you maybe be in a shape that you'd want to be.
Yeah.
And it's not every diet that is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So in my fitness journey, I take it as it's an adventure. So I incorporate even different expertise. So when it comes to diet, I usually get more information, and I usually put the people in charge of that particular section to be in the forefront or even talk about them because they have facts.
Yeah.
They're factual like that.
Uh-huh.
So we have nutritionists amongst ourselves.
Yes.
That really help. And with diets, of course, we advise according to what's lacking and what's needed to achieve what.
Ah,
So yeah,
okay.
that we are going to play a role, because it's very possible I might be fit like that, but I'm lacking iron in my body. You get it?
Oh, yes, most
So
definitely.
I will also be advised to say you need to take certain kinds of foods for you to have this. And since you work out this much, so meaning you lose a lot of this,
Mm-hmm.
so you need to replace like that.
Ah,
So yeah, that plays a role, but it's important to know what type of diet do you need. It's
oh,
not because no John is taking this, I also need to start eating this. You get it?
oh, yes. Yeah.
What am I eating? What kind of workouts am I eating? Because there are some of us that would wake out even twice a day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would wake out in the morning and wake out in the evening. Of course, I need to add this particular diet to myself, such that I'm not, I don't remain malnourished. You get it?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Yeah,
That's some really good information out there. Tenji, did you have a question? I like asking questions, so I can ask questions all day, but I feel like
No, I was just thinking when we were speaking of diets, and the people that starve themselves because they want to look a certain way,
mm,
but at the same time they got the gene, just like you said, that you don't want to end up like malnourished.
yeah.
And there are people that actually
yeah,
do this like in their everyday life, where they only eat enough to sustain life, but
Mm-hmm.
they work out a lot.
Oh, yeah.
all right, yeah.
Yeah.
So that even affects your performance when it comes to working out or just in the fitness. Yeah, you will not exercise as much as you are needed to exercise if you don't have maybe that the proper diet and the like.
Oh, yes. So true.
But
And
the only thing that I've just found misleading is where people do not utilize the available foods. They would want to usually Google and maybe go for the foods that we do not acquire or access,
oh,
uh,
yes, that's too.
where that you cannot easily access. You get it?
Oh my. And on Google, it's mostly things that are found in the US, so
Exactly. So locally, you find people are even passing by certain thing that's going to give you some vitamins, that will give you proteins, and like, just want to know, I want this, I want
I
this,
want a
which is,
special kind of food.
yeah.
Oh my. Interesting.
We even have traditional foods that are readily available to help you even with your diet.
Oh, so Tenji, you've gotten good advice. Please go to the local supermarket and get, proper foods from there. Don't order food on, I don't know if it's Amazon or
Why would I order food?
Okay, so Kalima, maybe we could talk a little bit. I need to check the time. Okay, maybe we could speak a little bit about Kali fitness.
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to know, because you are somebody that is physically fit, and I'm pretty sure you've gotten this question before. Uh, why didn't you sort of take the route of just competing for what do they call those competitions?
Mr.
Like
World,
Bodybuilding
Mr.
Mr.
Zambia, because I'm
Zambia,
pretty sure
yes.
you're good enough for
Why
that.
didn't you go into pageantry?
Exactly, because I'm pretty sure you would, compete against those guys.
Yeah, oh
Like
man.
what drew you towards Cali Fitness? Like what was it that was, yeah, exactly.
Um, Let me say, I was almost tempted
Mm-hmm.
to contest
Yeah.
in the bodybuilding contest and like, but I just didn't have the zeal. I was not comfortable,
Ah.
and I've never
You are
been
not
comfortable.
comfortable to be looking to show it off, eh? To let it out
Not
there.
really, not really. It's just not something that I saw myself doing. You get it?
Exactly.
But I've been found mostly with a lot of bodybuilders that even participate in these contests and the like. I even remember at a certain point when I was working out at a certain gym back in the Copper Belt.
Mm-hmm.
I would work out with guys that are going for competitions, and we went, wait, why aren't you registering?
Why aren't you
Guy, why aren't
registering?
you participating? Why aren't you participating? No, you're going to win. No, we need you. A
Exactly.
certain gym even wanted to endorse me, like, okay, we'll sponsor you with everything, and the like. What we want is just you being our member, and
Yes.
whatever you acquire, get a certain percentage and the like. But
Wow.
I couldn't, man. I remember, even if I don't know if you heard of people wanted to form some sort of a contest in school.
Oh yes, yes, I
What was
remember that.
when
I
entered?
remember.
Yeah, and they're like, no, you guys need to start participating. We need to open up. We've got these guys, get it?
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't work.
Uh,
I found myself having this brand of Curry Fitness because whenever I would work out alone,
mm-hmm.
I would have 2 or 3 people that are looking at what I'm doing. They'll
Oh,
literally stop what they're doing and just looking at me. The next thing I hear is, "Can you help us?"
can you help us? All the
Yeah,
advice and
they're doing this. They'll be like, "Can you help us? How do you do this? But how are you managing to do this? How does this look so simple?" Okay, it was just in a situation where, okay, I'm making it more fun. So even if it's heavy,
mm-hmm.
but I'll still smile it. I will still smile and it will just look so simple. So I'm like, but
Oh,
how are you doing this?
you look like you're actually enjoying what you're doing, huh?
Exactly. I'm enjoying that. Everybody wants that. So until I would gather 3 or 4 people. Okay, we start working out. 5 before you realize it's probably 10 people looking up to you.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I think this I can do.
Uh-huh.
How about I just form this team or this brand where I start training people.
Oh yes.
And what will be my focus? And I just remind them to say, you cannot be me.
Oh yes, exactly.
Yeah, the first thing that we have to deal with is how are your fitness levels. I can drive you, I can push you through a fitness journey,
Mm-hmm.
and you be what you want to be.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what prompted me to do to start the Carry Fit and the Carry Fitness. And
Wonder.
just yeah, I had to put it on the socials, and I found out to say it was entertaining to people, and people would get encouraged, and
Yes.
they would want to conversate like that, and that's how I've been helping.
No, really, really important work that you're doing. I'm following. I follow your socials, so I actually see yeah, the kind of work that you do. And in addition to that, of course, like
Yeah.
through Instagram, I've seen you post a couple of activities. Like, would you like to share like some specifics of the people that you work with, for instance, and maybe in that answer, you can also talk about
Yeah.
the plans that you know currently have in the near future with Kali Fitness.
Okay, so I formed up a group
Uh-huh.
that I started working out with. So this group, we gave it a name besides Califate, because I didn't want to personalize everything.
Oh yes,
So
exactly.
the name of the group is Plus One Fitness. So it's plus,
I've seen
yeah.
that. Yeah, I remember seeing
So
plus
you're
one.
going to realize to say, once you go on the socials, there is Plus One Fitness and Carry Fit.
Uh-huh.
So mainly the Carry Fit is just basically about me and my workouts and what I want, my own opinions about fitness.
Yeah.
And then Plus One Fitness is a combined group that has joined up to venture into the fitness journey that I work out with.
Okay. Interesting.
So this is a group that is comprised of a lot of people and a lot of mindset, and just from different socials or different societies that has
Oh,
come together and work out. The only common thing that we have is fitness.
okay.
So this is a group that sat down and say, you know what, you are helping us, but why can't we be contributing something to help you or to assist you in your needs and the like, just something small like that. Okay, it's welcome.
Uh-huh.
So I've always had plans to say, okay, one time in life I should start helping or giving back the community, or just helping out the less privileged and the like.
Really, really
And
important.
instead of me waiting for that time when I'm going to acquire, I thought this was the right opportunity that I could use to channel my passion to things that I want to do or to
Uh-huh.
give back to the community. So
Yeah.
the Plus One Fitness is formed more like an organization
Mm-hmm.
that is using fitness to reach out to the community.
Yes.
Yeah, and the communities that we're looking at, and so far we are I think 1 year old. Yeah, we've been existing for a year now.
Congratulations.
And so far in the activities that we've been doing, we've been doing some donations, food donations. Should be we've done clothes donations, school items. So we've adopted some, let me say, the prisons. We're working with the prisons.
Yes.
We work out with the inmates and just give out what we've acquired.
Wonderful.
We're working out with the hospital staff, because we are a fitness group that believes if even wherever you are working, you need to have a fit mind, a sound mind.
You need to
And
have a
fitness
sound mind.
And fitness is one of the things that would help you have a sound mind.
Oh yes.
So here's what we work out with corporates, with institutions.
Wow.
And also we have an orphanage that we are trying to support, and the coming year 2024 will be a year now that we'll start working with it fully. And see how best we can. So we're channeling fitness into that.
Wow, that is amazing. I just whilst you were talking, I had a question on, because you said you make donations, right?
Yeah.
Is is it that all the money comes from Kalima, or there are well wishers that can sort of come in and put in a little bit of something, whether it's they just have something to give, for instance. Is it something that you accept, or it's just based within the group?
And no, it's actually, we even encourage well wishers to come on board and assist us. We've had partners that have come in and put in the little that is there. But of course, our primary target are people that are within the group who will help us also to extend out there.
Oh, okay. So what's the right channel to follow for somebody out there listening and would like to give a little something to you so that you can, take it to the orphanage, for instance, and the prisons, just as you've mentioned?
So we mode of communication right now, we're just using this as through phone, email, which is +1fitnesszm@gmail.com.
Okay.
Also, you can text us through our socials. Facebook, it's +1fitness, or Instagram, we're also using +1fitness. Or you can also use Califit on Facebook, or Califitness on Instagram, like that.
Wonderful listeners. There's somebody doing some amazing work here, and please, those are the channels. Be in contact.
Even probably the number to use could be is +1260 979 281828.
Okay, most definitely. Perfect. Tenji, do you have any final thoughts? It's really wonderful, the kinds of work you're doing. I know I'm so impressed with the kind of work that you're doing. I would like to ask more, but maybe we should have something, a separate episode specifically dealing with that kind of work that you do. But yeah, kudos. Most definitely. I really congratulate you. This is wonderful. And I think you said something really important. You working with not just vulnerable people in society, but the working class as well. We tend to feel as though we are exempt from being fit. We are like, oh yeah, I don't need to do this. Exactly, like I'm doing my part, working. I don't need to work out. So that's really important. This is culture that needs to seep into the working class. It's something that we need to incorporate in our lives, because we are eating all the pizzas every day, but we don't want to wake up and work out. So
Especially,
yes, please go on.
yeah, I mean, especially in this world where you are ever busy, you have so much to do, so much on your plate,
Exactly.
you tend to have so much stress. And as of fitness, it has been proven to be one of the things that deals with both mental and emotional thing. Exercises usually reduces the issues to do with stress, anxiety, depression. It
Exactly.
also boosts the self-esteem in one. So even able to, if you progress, you see some progress even in the daily things that you do.
Most definitely. I can attest
Yeah.
to that, because every time I work out, whether it's at home or I just take a trip to the gym, my entire day is just filled with energy. Somehow, somewhere, it just, I'm able to complete my tasks with
Yeah.
that enthusiasm, the energy boost that it just gives you. So I can attest to that, actually. Mhm. I think on that note, we would just ask for some final words from you. In that, you can include, I know you've already spoken about how people can get into contact with you, but yeah, just a piece of
Yeah.
advice to people out there, somebody like me who's struggling to, get myself motivated with regards to, just
Getting
getting
up in the
routine.
morning. Mm.
Getting into routine. Yeah, what would be your thoughts or advice on that?
On that, okay, I usually my advice is, if you are there and you're not exercising,
Mm-hmm.
it's about time you start to.
Oh yes.
There is no best time to start exercising.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, I just want to recognize, or something that I've recognized in fitness, that it has the healthy benefits first.
Yeah.
Engaging in fitness activities has just been shown to reduce the risk of chronic diseases
Mm-hmm.
such as heart diseases, diabetes, and obesity. And additionally, just exercising has been proven to improve mental health, reducing stress, anxiety, depression.
Yes.
And me personally, I found that incorporating fitness into your daily routines, it enhances the overall performance, yeah, and just the well-being, and provides with a sense of accomplishment. You get it?
Oh yes.
So, and just lastly, I would just want to emphasize that fitness isn't about intense workouts or jumping and the like, or lifting heavy methods. It encompasses a wide range of activities.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, you can do walking, you can do running, could be swimming.
Uh-huh.
If you're into dancing is also part of exercising.
It's part of exercising.
One, yeah, you should find something that's enjoyable, so that you don't get bored.
Oh yes.
You find an enjoyable form of physical activities that is key to sustaining your consistency in fitness.
Oh, wonderful
Yeah.
advice.
Um, yeah. I feel that's my last words, or maybe my last advice to
I
everyone,
I
to
mean,
every listener.
if those words don't encourage you, then I just don't know what will. I don't know what will, if those words that you mentioned don't provide encouragement. Well,
Yeah.
Tenjiwe, do you have any last words for our wonderful guest expert? Um,
Yeah, I just think like the work that you're doing is really inspiring, and yeah, it's nice to know that you are thinking of more than just the people that can afford it, but you're thinking
Yeah.
about everybody in general. So that's really really good.
Thank you.
uh, Kalima, I didn't know your name was Phiri, by the way. Because I only ever heard you speak Bemba, to be honest. Like, of course, it was English and Bemba. So
Uh,
I was like, wait, this
you
is Kalima
know,
Phiri.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Born and bred
Copper
from
belt.
Copperbelt,
Wow. In,
Kitwe to be specific.
so
Um,
interesting.
I came to Lusaka for school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so since I left Lusaka, I've stayed in the western, found myself in the central part, but now I'm back in the copper belt again.
Oh, wow. You are a true Zambian. Kalima, thank you very, very much. We appreciate taking time to join us and talking to us. This has been a wonderful, wonderful conversation, and once again, you're doing amazing work. I hope you continue to grow. We are watching and rooting for everything that you do, and we wish you all the success in all your endeavors.
Yes, we do.
Thank you guys for having me, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to reach out to a person out there. I believe in whatever that we've said. We might help one or two people. Please, I'm encouraging you guys to also keep up with the good works that you're doing and giving such platforms. You know, there are a lot of people that are missing out a lot, but with this, I'm sure it's going to reach out to many out there. Thank you guys for having me.
Most definitely. Thank you, my man. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I know you're on vacation right now, so I hope that that you continue, enjoying your rest before work
I'm not even
resumes.
enjoying, man. I'm still an academician. I'm preparing for exams.
Oh my goodness.
Started this morning. I wrote one. I'm writing again on Monday. So the next two, my vacation is really. I'm sure I'm just with books now.
Oh my goodness. Well, good luck in your exams. I hope you ace everything. I hope all the answers come in the papers that you'll be dealing with.
Yeah, 50 plus one. Thank you
Most
guys. Have a good
definitely.
time.
All right. You have a good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our wonderful guest, Kalima J. Phiri. And yeah, a wonderful, wonderful human being with all the work that he's doing. People always think of fitness people as being, violent. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
because they're so.
he's definitely changing the narrative,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
Which is, yeah.
it's really interesting the work that he's doing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, was there anything that came out that was interesting for you?
No, I mean the whole conversation was interesting. It just made me think of what my trainer always say, my digital my YouTube trainer, like to have a good fitness journey. It's all about the consistency. So before you even like set the goal to be ripped or whatever, first build up that consistency. As he said, make it a lifestyle.
Yeah,
And then now you start getting all those benchmarks of I want a 6 pack, I want an
I
eight
want a
pack, I want
six
to look
pack.
like Beyonce, I want to look like Kalima, that whole kind of thing.
Oh, true. And yeah, I think one of the things that I actually got and appreciated is that it's good to aspire to have a fit or a ripped body, or look just like you said, looking like Beyonce. But what's even more important than that is making sure that your body is actually fit. You don't want to
Yeah.
appear fit, but then you're not. And yeah, I guess this is why some people get tempted into like use of, what do they call it, doping.
What is that?
Doping is where uh, you use drugs that speed up the process of like burning fat, for
Oh.
instance, so you can begin to look fit, and you're ripped in like 2 weeks, or not, maybe not 2 weeks, but you
I
just
mean, there are
speed up the
programs out
process.
there that go like, get abs in 2 weeks. And you're like, oh, okay, sure.
So yeah, I guess this is one of the reasons why people may get into that temptation. You just want to achieve the results, not necessarily be fit, but you want to look
You
fit.
just want to, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, because there are even like weight loss pills that exist. I don't know how effective they are, but I've heard of them definitely. So
Now I just have thinking like, on these like websites, I don't want to call them Chinese websites, but these pop-up websites, for example, like Tivo, right? They
yeah.
sell those t-shirt buses. You don't need to
with
work
the six
out.
pack.
You just
I've
have to
seen it
buy the
with
t-shirt.
just the six pack. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Life is hard, guys. Life is hard.
You don't even have to work out or, stop eating. Just buy the shirt.
Oh my goodness. Okay. We should be winding up right now, but an amazing episode. I think. I actually think it was a good thing that certain things happened, that we had to record this once more, because I think previously we recorded two separate episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been wonderful, and I guess this will provide some motivation for both of us to,
Not both of us.
I mean, in everything that we've spoken about, I'm not saying we're not working out. I'm just saying, you could take one bit or piece of information that you've learned today and apply it to your consistency.
What if I've already been applying?
We know you. We know you. We know. Trust me, we know you. So, yeah, if there's nothing else. Thank you so much, my co-host Tenjiwe Kalunga and John Lungu, signing off.
Until the next one.
Until the next one. And to all our listeners, thank you very much. Yes. And we'll see you again, same time, same place. Oh,
wherever you're listening.
Yeah, it's actually the same place. So
what? It's not the same place. What if the last time they were listening in their car and then now they're listening in their kitchen? So it's not the same place.
No, but then our place is like the platform where the podcast is uploaded, right? In that sense.
Oh, not that we are sitting here.
No. Oh, trust me, we've recorded this podcast in so many different places at this point. So thank you very much, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Ha there.